Yes, hello everybody. It's the program. We're on TV once again, once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and live 4 hours long today. 4 long hours of saying and living and being and people, and not just 1 hour. This 1 hour, I almost said forever. I almost said forever, but instead of saying forever, I said 4 hours. Because you can say four. Four is a number. It's also like that thing in speech between that four is. Like, it's for this. So what is that, a predicate? Preposition? I don't know. I'm going back to school for learning. I need to go back to school, and I'm going to say, what are you majoring in at school? And I'll say, learning. Have you ever learned a thing? Sometimes you can learn things, and then once you learn them, they're in there. You're programming your mind to do like things. Some things you can't do right now. Maybe if you went out and did them, and you say, "I can't do that," and it's probably true. Like right now, and you currently can't do it, but you can do anything if you put your mind to it and spend many, many years or time, at least a long time, on doing this thing. And you can eventually get it done, but it might take like a long time. And sometimes you just can't do things too. They always say that you can no matter what, but that's not always true. Sometimes you can't do things, and sometimes you can, though. And I think most of the time you can at least do, like, some level, maybe a lower level than you want to do this thing. You know, like, I want to get real good. Like, if you're to say, I want to play golf, you can do play golf. You know, if you're I'm going to get real good at golf. Like, I don't know how good you're ever going to get. You stick with it all the time. Give them all your money all day, every day. And then maybe eventually you could get good potentially, but if you just start now, you could definitely try. Is that a goal, or is everybody's like trying to be like, I want to play golf, and then they just don't? I think if you want to, I think you are. You're doing it. I don't know who's going to sit down and say like, you know what I want to try? Golf. Yeah. They have all those places. There's like a lot of golf courses out there, but they got to pay money and they're outside. It's like, here you go. Here's $100. How much is golf? I don't know. Is it $100 for golf? Well, whatever it is, it seems like it'd be $100 because it's for fancy golfers. And they're like, here, ride around in this cart, play golf. My experience with golf carts is only stunts. I see more stunts, golf stunts, than I do anything else. Like, what else is there other than stunts? Like casually going around with the clubs? If you're getting some teenager to carry your clubs anyway, why are you having a cart? Like, just be like, hey kid, oh, you don't want to walk maybe. That's not part of the excitement of golf outside, being outside, but the golf cart, it's specifically made for golfing. Somebody's like, I'm going to make this cart. It's like, oh, wait, what kind of cart you making there? A street cart? A travel cart? A cart that can help transport water from, like, thirsty villages, thirsty third world villages, and you're going to go and fill a cart up, and, like, there's a whole thing full of water, and your seats can be full of water, and then you're going to go cart to like the cleaner or whatever, the underground spring that's like miles away from the village because maybe it's been moving because of earthquakes, because of construction from the more affluent parts of the city, and they're causing earthquakes, and they're moving the water lines underground. And like, when they built that village in like hundreds of years ago, and the water line flowed right through it, and then they built the village on top of it, and they're getting all the water from the aquifers. They're getting it out the ground. It comes right in the middle of the town. There's a big fountain, and the children play in it, and it's so plentiful, and it's so plentiful, bountiful. It's creating a fertile life for us here in this village. But they built a large city over there, and they did purposeful like earthquake kind of things, and they moved the aquifers underground. Now they're going to the city, and now we're stuck here in this village still, and this is where our village is, and this is where our ancestors are from, and we're not going to move the village even though our ancestors lived here because of the aquifer. We're not going to move the village back to the aquifer, and that's just going to be right in their plan, in the path, and they're going to be unhappy about that, and they're going to move it back. So there's no moving around anyway. What's the point of moving down? If we move down there, the big city place, they're just going to move it right back to where it was before. You can't just move aquifers like back and forth and back and forth. Not even once, probably. This whole story is probably predicated on like a false notion that you can move an aquifer from underground, like around, but I don't think you can actually do that in the first place. But this is the story, and they did that. They've moved across the thing, and then there's the village, and they want to get their water. So they got to go, and they're walking every day, and they're sending like their children out there, and it's sunny, and they're getting water, and it's hot, and they're walking, and they got to get water for everything, like cleaning and drinking. That's about it. Mostly cleaning and drinking. What else do you do with water? Play in it. You shouldn't be playing in it. Watering your plants, that counts as drinking in a way. The plants are drinking in a way. Drinking for people and animals and plants, all in cleaning. That's what water is good for. What's water good for anyway? That's what they say. I mean, I could say I think it's good for drinking, plants, animals, and also for cleaning. And that's only 2 or 3 things, and those are 2 of the most important things in the world. One is maybe, I would say, drinking water. Most important thing in the world. They're like, hey, what's the best thing in life? I would say, maybe just drinking some water from aquifers. So they got to go out there, get that, like walking all the way there with the buckets on their head and everything. And they say, if only we had some kind of solar-powered cart. Maybe it could be a water cart. And then they say, you're building this cart? The cart? This is going to be maybe that water cart, right? We're thinking about trying to help those villages get water. And then, a water cart, eh? Well, I was thinking that it could be a golf cart. For golf, why does golf needs a cart? They're just hitting their clubs, and they're playing clubs. They're not even going anywhere. They're going to stay there. They got cars. They drive there with their cars, and they're going to walk around the course. It's outside. That's why they're doing it. They're getting paid to be outside, or they're paying to be outside and to walk. And it's a sport. They don't need carts for sports. They're getting exercise. That's why they're sporting, right? That's why you go to do a sport for exercise. You don't just go to a sport and trying to not exercise, trying to walk around. It's like, I'm going to go to the sport place and then run. So I don't know about how, all those things. There's so many things, and there's still sports. There's so many rules. And you need this giant elaborate setup to play this sport, like snowboarding. They're like, I'm good at snowboarding. It's like, how did you become good at snowboarding? It's like, Daddy took me snowboarding when I was a baby. I'm watching these things. And then it's like, well, you kept going snowboarding, huh? You got really expensive things like snowboards and gloves and shoes, hat, or goggles or whatever. And then you go out there and then you go on a multi-million-dollar half pipe. You're like, I'm going to go practice snowboarding in a $1 million half pipe. And that's a sport. And they're like, hey, okay, you're the greatest athlete we have, $1 million. That's why it's like white hippies are the snowboarding gold medalists. They're like, I'm going to go snowboard up and down these pipes, $1 million pipes, and say, you're doing a good job snowboarding. You deserve the accolades of an entire country and a gold medal. And we say, son, you represent the country. Somebody said that. I don't know if they're going to represent me. Spending all that time on there, they should give those carts. Maybe we could build a cart, or we could feed a village or a child for life. Hello? No, it's weird. going to feed a child or a village for their entire life, and I don't know if that's a good idea. Don't need to be feeding them. Instead, they're going to be snowboarding up and down the thing. And that golf cart person, they said, oh, yeah, I didn't invent this cart for hauling water for helping people. It's for golfing. So they're going to go and golf on the course instead of the other thing. But there was like one more spot that went to the golf thing in the first place before the golf cart. But I don't know where we were going with that one before. It was like water village thing, golf cart, golf course, golfing in general, snowboarding, and just living, I guess. But what was before golf? It was something. Remember, viewers, we could look at the replay, but I'm going to have to go find it. And then when we go back and look for it, I don't think it's going to be that elaborate anyway. It'll be like life, golf, like whatever it was went to golf. I'm going to go golf. Who's deciding to go golf? That was something like that, right? Why would you do that? Why would you get this golf cart? Sports with tools. So many tools. I'm still waiting to see gun shooting or skiing and gunning at the same time. I don't know if regular gunning is in the summer, or maybe they just do all gunning in the winter. Maybe they should put basketball in the winter, because basketball is predominantly indoors, all the indoor sports. Like, I guess there's like gymnastics and stuff, that's summer too. I think they could put gymnastics in the winter, but then they'd have to have the heat on. And it's like in the winter somewhere. I know the Olympics have been going on, but I haven't seen them too much, been around the TV, but the winter ones, they're ridiculous. And going down a luge, like, I don't know if I would count bobsledding as a sport. But people think, I guess like NASCAR is a big sport. It's like one of the biggest sports. And that's driving a car. And that's like the opposite of a sport. It's like what you do when you don't want to exercise. You get in the car and drive a little bit. But maybe they're exercising. I don't know if the drivers do exercises to win, to help them like with their strength. They're like gear shifting strength. They're like doing the gear shifting exercises, like give them the gear shift 20 times in a minute. Like, is that going to make you faster at gear shifting, or more like ready to gear shift? I don't know about that. I don't know about how gear shifting works really. I guess they're doing a lot of it and stopping. You got to change the tires. Or they're just like melting their tires. You know how they get that pit crew? So they're going really fast, and then they like just melting their tires or real crazy, and then they stop. Pit crews change out the tires real fast, and then they get them back on there. So they're using the tires because, like, if you have a car, your tires last for years, right? Maybe months. I think years. I don't think you change your tires very often at all. I've had a car in the past, and I didn't change my tires, and on a bicycle, I never changed my tires either. You keep your tires for years. But the NASCAR people, their tires seem to only last for minutes. They're not going that far. They're just dragging the hell out of their tires real fast. No more tires left after that. They're getting shredded through. And it's only taking like 2 seconds, and then you get back in there. So maybe those pit crew people aren't, they're famous too. They probably are in the scene, I guess. This driver has the greatest pit crew. Like, we're doing pretty good, but I couldn't have done it without you, without the pit crew. And yeah, the pit crew in there want to win the race for the driver. I guess the driver's got to do it too, but how are you going to pass each other when you're both trying to stay on the inside of the track? You got to get around them. It's pretty connected to others. I'm playing some Mario Kart, and it's kind of like that too. Because you can either play like the speed trial, it's like, oh, I'm going to go how fast I can go, but the other characters, they're always trying to hit you with stuff. And you got to avoid that other stuff. If it wasn't for that, then you just keep going. You cannot turn off the players shooting you with other things in that game. But there's no, I guess they're not shooting you with other things, they are in your way. And that's not the best. I wonder if they're like fueling. I like how they fuel up so fast, because when they zip by, then they got to fuel up too. Maybe they don't keep that much fuel in the car at a time for weight or something. Assuming you want some weight. I guess it's like, if I'm thinking Mario Kart, it's like if you have more weight, then you can have a higher top speed, because it's like, oh, your momentum is going forward. So you want some weight, you don't want no weight at all. But maybe not the weight of gas, maybe it's just like the people enough. The weight of the person inside the car. And they need to be weighty enough not to flip. But when they zoom in, or if they have like a bigger, like a wider fuel shooter, it's like a brick of fuel going in there instead of like a hose. It's just like a giant hose the size of a brick. And it's just like bricking that stuff right in there. It'll only take a few seconds because it goes like real fast. And they got a fuel guy too. He's important. They'll show that the tire guys, but that fuel guy, he's like the barrier between getting exploded, or living. Those are your choices. It's like, when you explode or live. And I would like to live, and it's up to that fuel guy. It's like, fuel guy, it's up to you. So we're gonna sit down, pretty cool boss, sit the fuel guy down and say, fuel guy, this is up to you. It's up to you if we explode or live. I'm trying to live. You know, winning the race is one thing, but just like making it through the day without getting exploded is a whole nother thing. And we're allowing a lot of gasoline, and we got this gasoline brick system, and if we're putting the bricks into the tanks, so it's more apt to spill and then explode. And I know I've seen a lot of explosions, so we want to see some explosions. I don't know if they're going to be sabotaging the producer. I don't know if that makes people want to go more or less. They see something sad. I don't know. You go to, like, I went to a monster truck thing. You think you want to see some damage and craziness, but if I saw somebody get hurt, I would just feel bad. Say, I want to go watch insanity and people get hurt and things like that, and then it happens, and it's not fun anymore. I go, well, I thought I wanted to see an explosion, but I actually should have just stayed home and not even gone to a thing where there's a chance of it. And somebody might get hurt, and then it's like morbid thoughts of wanting to see somebody get hurt, because that's like the purpose of the entire event. And then until it happens, it's not as fun as it thought. Like, maybe it seems like it'd be fun, but then it's not so fun. And that's the way it was with a lot of those things anyway. Bobsledding, snowboarding, people could get hurt. That's all I want to see. People want to see grace. They're like, I'm going to go see those graceful snowboard boats. Like, I want to see somebody pay $1 million to die. Like, well, they're dead. Too many spins. They go up there, they try to do all those spins. Maybe like, it's like that one top snowboarder guy. He's going to do 1/4 spin too much and die. I don't think they have it live on TV. I don't know if they would show that. They should, though. They're going to edit it out. It's like, how many deaths has there been on the stunt portions of sports? Like some of those, like gymnastics and basically anything where you're doing flips, ice skating, gymnastics. Those things aren't even, there's no like real, like defined way to win, because you can do flips and do all this stuff, and then the judges just think like, I liked those flips. Those flips, they were good. Those were some 5-point flips you did today. Flip Wilson. Little flips. It's like you did 5 flips, and like, well, the other person, they did 3 flips and 2 turns. Oh, well, which one are we gonna give the gold medal to? It's like, well, I think I think the 2 turns were more like glorious than the other 2 turns. They were more precise. It's like, who's to say what's precise and not? And then they're doing all these flips, and it's like, well, they almost broke their neck doing all these flips. If they didn't do the flips correctly, where they would have gotten badly hurt, and sometimes it happens, and then they edit it out of television. They don't show you that part, the flipping and breaking your neck part when you flip wrong. But somebody wins the gold, and then they're like, you're the winner. I am giving you the points. The judges, they just give you the points. Not like in running, which is, I think, an actual sport. But then you can still like have a false start or whatever. But I think you could always look at the cameras for that, those false starts and stuff. That's like just go, stop and go. That's the sport. Some sports are long. I guess like the gymnastics and stuff, they're not, I mean, they're long too. And they're like over a period of time, and then nobody's going at the same time. It's like running, everybody's right next to each other. It's like stop and go. It's like who's winning this race? 30 seconds. So like the skating takes hours and maybe days. Because they're like double skating and, I don't know, flip skating, small room, like dance ball, all kinds of figure skating. It takes a long time. I know my mother likes to watch figure skating, at least she did before. It's like, you still watching figure skating? Figure skating's been on for days. It's like, yeah, I'm watching figure skating still. And you start getting just like spaced out or something. Looking at figure skating all day. How much of that can you see, believe? Hours, I guess. I don't know which one they're on now. I'm waiting just for, I say I want to see like that skiing, shooting thing, but I think it might be more like entertaining in my mind than in the video. It's probably kind of boring in the video. It's just skiing and shooting, especially because that's like all the tools. It's like tool sports. So you have great skis somehow and great guns, bionic eyes, robot people. I'm waiting for the assisted Olympics. They have like special Olympics and then like regular Olympics, and then they have like drug and robot Olympics, where it's like you could either enter a robot in the contest or just like a science freak. Like, yeah, here's a robots versus science freaks category, or cyborgs, anything that you can, any man or machine or animal that you can get or train to complete the sport, they can compete in the, like, that would be like the Super Olympics, or the freak. It's like the Olympics for freaks, or science, like that's like the science Olympics. That would motivate people to do science more, like robots, if they had a bigger deal with the robot Olympics. Like it could be stronger and faster. Maybe they would get sick though, but like this person, you like inject them for their race, 100-yard dash. Give them the injection, get their heart, they run the race, and then their heart explodes. I think that's part of the science thing, and that's probably like the line that you're walking. It's the direction that you're walking once you start doing these science sports, though. It's like it's just like exploding, and then it's like what is life at that point, and then like we're gonna value humans and like what is natural. And then you start asking that with the just skiing in general, though. Like if you're skiing, and then you get that. I think that I saw something about with like swimming. They were even doing that kind of thing. Like they had like a bodysuit or like the cap or something was like extra speedy in the water. And what if you get some surgery to web your hands or something? Or you start stretching your skin. It's like you have webbed hands. So it's like, well, what I did, I just grabbed the skin between my fingers every day, and then like I don't know, I did. It's like, did you get surgery? It's like, well, I did my own surgery. I just cut it open a little bit and squeeze it out. I used scissors and did it every day at home slowly as I was training. Like before I got in the water, I would stretch my hands out a little bit more. Now I have hands that I cannot use, and they hurt all the time because of all the surgeries, the little microsurgeries that got me to this point, and I can do anything else. I can't really function as a person other than as an Olympic swimmer. And if you're saying that my webbed hands that I've surgically enhanced to myself slowly over time, I didn't even go to a surgeon, I did it myself because I thought that would be more valid in the eyes of the community, of the Olympics community. And now I have these webbed swimming hands, and you're telling me that they're not legal when they're not within the rules of the swimming thing. It's like, well, I did it myself. What if I do it? You have to do it to yourself. You're these science people, and you can't like get others. It's like you have to be your own self, and then they start stretching on like what even is yourself, and you're like, oh, I've made a clone. I mean, these aren't even people anymore; they're just clones, and then that sounds like a clone army kind of scenario to me, maybe. But you have all the clones, it's like, oh, so it's going to be you, and then you do your own surgery. And if you can do the surgery on yourself, then it's valid because you have to be like awake for it and stuff. And like, oh, what about anesthesia? It's like, anesthesia, your right hand's like going into practice with your left hand, doing surgery on your right hand to get those webbed fingers. And like, yeah, I did my own surgery with my own left hand, my own non-dominant hand. And like, yeah, practice that one first if you're going to do things. And when you start off a thing, I think sometimes it's better to just jump into the deep end and do the hard thing first instead of the easy thing. You do the hard thing first, and then when you go back to the easy thing, it's a breeze. Sometimes you want to do the easy thing first because then you're going to try to practice your way up to the hard thing. But I think maybe just like try it, the hard thing until you get that one down. Then the rest of it is breeze. It just breezes right by. So it's like the first time you do the surgery to your right hand the whole time, and then you can't even use your right hand very much, and then at the end of that you're doing, because you got to do it with the hurt web hand anyway, because it's all like these microsurgeries and stretching your skin slowly over time. It might take your whole life when you're a kid, and like you're going to do that to your child, and you say, child, this is your life. You're going to be a swimmer now, an Olympic swimmer. Start today. Start cutting your webs and moving them up. We're going to be doing this. You're going to be in natural science Olympics. No chemicals and stuff. No drugs. Just weird surgeries from childhood. It's like, you want to get in this Olympics? Surgery your child. Once they are old enough, and you see how well you can surgery your own child, but it has to be your biological children. You can't have children, so you got a bad problem, but then you like raise your children however you want. You want to like turn them into machines. It's like training the children to do specific things from when they're born, instead of waiting. Be like, this is your birth. This is your birth into this. This is what you're gonna do, and then eventually they'd say, I don't want to do that, Mom. I want freedom. Government. Seems like it. Oh, the internet is working. Oh, maybe we can look at the phones. What the heck? I didn't even have to do anything. Somebody else did it. Well. Hey. Really? Let's look down, and I saw that the phones were working. This is kind of miraculous, actually. Are they working though? I mean, it's going to be like almost a month's worth of messages if they do actually even go. But it appears as if it's back. I don't even do anything. I almost did today. I like bought a thing even to try to get it to work, and then it's already there. Well, I don't know if it's working. No, this one should be the one. Well, let's do some tape stuff. It looks like this might be going. Whoa. Hey, we're back on the phone, so I don't even have to do anything. Somebody else did it out there, I guess. Maybe. Well, yeah, wow. Oh yeah, Dan Dobler, Mr. Ginsu, and Yellow Fellow. The phone started working. We were gonna try to get it to work. I was right in the middle of saying stuff, and then I looked at this, and now the phones they're working. The whole other things are back. I don't know. They must have put the thing back, whoever it was. We're right in time. Look, yesterday Pets called us. They're coming on February 24th. On a Saturday. I was right in the, now it feels weird for them to be back because I've been in this,
We were supposed to work on that today. That was part of the plan. We're going to try to fix the phones today.
Yeah, but now it's like the old router. It looks like somebody plugged it back in out there.
What?
They put those signs out. Did you see those signs?
The sign said, "Do not prop the door open."
Yeah.
I think that might have to do, I don't know.
I think it might have something to do with them bringing the Wi-Fi thing back, but now it's working again.
I actually have some information about some of the building things.
Uh-huh.
Well, I ran into some of the building managers. You know, it's not the people who are going to be the new owners, but the building management company or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I introduced myself. And I told them about the router thing.
Yeah.
It's possible that maybe they didn't know, and I told them, and then maybe they put it back.
Oh, well, it just, like, somebody just did it. Like,
really?
I was in the last, like, 20 minutes.
Oh, well, it's working.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I don't know about that, but they also told me that somebody they had evidence of somebody sleeping in one of the other rooms.
Ooh.
Which I think was me. I wasn't sleeping in there, but I was making cardboard boxes for the tapes, and and there was the puzzle room people were like doing stuff, and there was going to be like they're going to be taking the pictures in the hallway.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like cutting the boxes and taping the boxes in the hallway, and so I decided I would like check that empty room.
Yeah.
And the empty room was open, unlocked, and so I went in there and I like did my cardboard stuff, but I was in a time crunch, and I think I left like some cardboard just kind of on the floor.
Ooh.
And so
Yeah.
I think they thought that was some sort of a transient homeless bed or something in there. But I'm pretty sure there was nobody living in there. It was just I left cardboard there. So oops. I didn't want to tell them that though, because probably we weren't supposed to be using that room anyway, because it was just an abandoned, empty, open room. But that's locked now. Sounds like we got internet back now. It's good time.
This is really, it's a weird feeling to have it back because now it's been weeks without it, and I've gotten used to it.
Yeah, how are you going to, I wonder nothing will ever be the same again, probably.
Yeah. It's mostly just Mr. Ginsu and Dan Dobler, but this is Pets, who is actually, I think,
Good timing.
yeah. So this is like the first time we got a call from other people.
I got this tape for you. It's a McDonald's video from Charlotte's Web.
Oh.
McDonald's video.
You remember when McDonald's had VHS?
I don't remember ever getting one myself, but clearly they have them. We've got a couple here at the studio. We got the Addams
You didn't go to
Family.
McDonald's when you were younger a lot?
I did. It was like a big, exciting time. It was like going to McDonald's was really a big deal, but you know, it might not have been a big deal for me that they had VHS because I didn't have a TV growing up. So could be part of it. Definitely. Pets.
Right.
Oh. I'm trying to get this thing to work. That's no.
Pets, the band. Pets doesn't actually just mean pets like the animals pets. I think it stands for something like personal electronic
Saturday.
transmission system.
Can we hang out?
There it is. All right.
Hey,
Hey.
this is Tim.
Hey,
Hi,
Tim.
Hope you guys are doing all right.
Pretty good, Tim.
Yeah.
Better than ever.
This is Tim with Pets. We're going to be in town February 24th,
Oh, that's like next week.
Saturday.
Ah.
Can we hang out?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be at in
Lavoyer.
Olympia all day.
Wow.
Call me back.
Cool. Tim.
Do you have my number?
Yeah, it's this number, right?
Don't say
I
it.
think you do.
Yeah, don't say it.
My number is area code
No, Tim, don't.
All right.
509.
Tim, stop, stop,
He's
Tim.
from the area code 509. Well, it feels weird to have a phone. It's like old times.
Just like old times. Wow. Remember, did you have the phones on the first day? Or was it the second day?
Yeah, I did.
First day.
Or maybe second day, yeah. But now I can, I don't know, I've like freed myself up. I could just keep going for a long time. And I've come to enjoy it a bit, but the phones are back. It's like Mr. Gintu and Dan Dobler and things too, so it's like not insular still.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting. Oh, even Pets is insular because they're only calling because they came on the show before.
Yeah.
It's like a callback. Recent returning guest. But it was interesting because before the phones went away, you were sort of like easing yourself into that mode anyway. Remember, you were like going for the first 20 minutes. Or
Yeah.
First it was like first 10 minutes, and then like 15, and then 20, and you're like slowly going further and further before you went to the phones. And then now you have gone so far down in the no phones zone.
It's like the old router is like back. It's like the same one. I wonder if it's like plugged into the thing. I'm gonna go look. You want to say something? You have something?
Yeah, Rick's gonna go take a look at the router and see if it's up on top of the light. That's where it was before. But please, if you know about that, don't come steal it. We were kind of speculating whether or not that was an intentional removal of it by the old property managers, or that's what I think it was. It was probably the old property manager. And because when they didn't quite sell the building yet, but the old property manager, I think he might have been living here, or at least there was like a zone there. So when he stopped being the property manager, I think that means that he took all his stuff, all the stuff that he had maybe in the different areas, and one of them was this wireless router that we don't have. But I don't think Rick talked much about this issue because it's not, it was not really an issue. Everything was working fine, but we didn't need the phones or the internet router, but it was missing. It's been gone this whole time.
It's not on the light.
It's not on the light?
But it's somewhere, and it's the one. It's the same name.
That's weird.
As before.
Huh. Well, there you have it. We're back with the phones. Call in the number. What's the number? Do you have? Can I put the number
I
on
don't
the
even
screen?
know the number anymore. Let's see. I haven't even. It's only been a few weeks. Whoa, it's not even
call
there.
the number. It's 00000000000. Yeah, that's not the number. The number is 360-836-4384. You can call that number.
Yeah.
Get yourself on the program.
It's been like a whole 20 days probably without the phones.
You have to. Yeah. Have you looked back? You looked back at these days quite a bit, I bet, already.
Yeah. It's only been 20 days, so it hasn't been that much, but still 20, kind of, if I can remind myself, that 20 is a lot of hours.
That's 20 hours. That's almost 24 hours, which is an entire 24-hour period. That's a lot of time. Yeah, and you've been doing it almost your whole self, by yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to, there it goes. Let's see, I'm going to put up this phone number again. You can call the number again.
All right.
Nobody has been calling anyway, not that I expect them to, except for Mr. Ginsu and like the regular people. Dan Dobler, yellow fellow.
Dan Dobler said he missed talking to you. I talked to him.
Let's
He's
call him.
my uncle. He's going to be so excited. Oh, we lost power to the titler, which means we lose all the video for a second. We'll get it back, though. Don't worry. We're blue. I'm slowly making boxes, and that's like what I'm considering the production end right now, sort of, in this weird way.
Yeah, well, the phones are back, so we don't even need to do that thing.
What thing? Oh, yeah.
I got some routers, and I bought them, and now it's like...
Wonder what you do with a wireless router you don't need.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, is there any other function? There's the repeater there. That's like all I can think of you can do. You know, we have a bunch of phones. Maybe we could do some phone stuff. That's like the other project. That's nice that we don't have to do that. The thing I want to do is start bouncing the TCTV episodes to VHS tape from that little file device
It's
thing.
been 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
7 times 3, that's 21. How do you know? That was like the last...
That's what it says last time I called Dan Dobler.
Oh.
Now it's testing it. I guess now it says it's calling, but is it? I don't hear anything.
This is the real test. Like, so far we know we have enough internet to get voicemails and listen to them, but can we actually make a real phone call?
I don't even hear it, but I don't know if it's this thing. We gotta get like this.
New computer? Wait, what's that? Something.
Looks like no one could make it.
Looks like no one could make it.
Was it ringing? It's hard to tell.
It's an odd phrase.
I'm just gonna call your phone.
Okay.
We're gonna test it. We're doing some tests here. Phone tests.
Here we go. Let's see if I'm gonna be getting a personal phone call from the program. Wow, it'll be so great to see the words YDHWM on my like calling list. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Whoa.
We're blue. Problems. More problems. Oh, I'm on the Wi-Fi. Let me take myself off the Wi-Fi.
Is it gonna be calling you from the Wi-Fi?
Let's see. Come on, phone. Let's get a voicemail, or let's get a program.
No, it says looks like no one could make it.
27A7. Was that intentional, or did that glitch out?
Oh, that glitched. Well.
No phone. Can't call out.
Well, we can get the messages, but can't call out, though.
That's weird. I wonder where that is. Looks like no one could make it?
Yeah, that's what it says.
That's a strange phrase. Okay.
Yeah, it should just say, January 29th is the last time we listened to a message, and that was actually on, so it's like the entire month of February.
Oh, wow. At least 16 days then. Well, what about... This is actually kind of worse than it not working, because now how do we fix it? If we can, like, can't call out?
Yeah.
Once you go back to Hollywood, once you go back to
I heard about this.
You need to talk to her. You need to talk to her. You go back.
Okay, well, I'm going to restart this machine. That's the one thing.
That's one thing.
How's the production end going? We're still on TCTV?
Still on TCTV. Yeah, everything's working just the way that it should be. Every night at 11:30 p.m. we've got an episode from last week, and then at 2 a.m. it plays last year's episode from the same day of the month. So that's pretty exciting. It's not a leap year this year. That means we only have 28 days in January or in February, and that also means that I don't know. I guess the leap year is on the presidential election year, so I think we've only had 2 leap years in the program so far, and there's like 2 episodes. Last time we had the second leap year. At 2 a.m. we played the leap year episode from the year before. Nope, wait, that's the wrong phone number.
Oh.
836.
836-4384.
Yeah, that was a close one. Wrong number. No.
8?
8.
Oh. All right.
And we've got everything up to May. Excuse me.
Up to May?
May 2017 boxed up.
Oh, wow.
We're working back. My goal is in the next 2 weeks to finish up 2017 and to start making those episodes that were from TCTV that never were on VHS tape, get them onto VHS tapes.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty soon we'll be caught up. We're in May. That's like the 5th month. I actually have April and March kind of boxed up, but no, March is on the wall. Yeah, we're getting pretty close though. Then we'll have 2017 all in boxes. I'm not really sure what to do. Right now the boxes are kind of over by the couch and not on the wall stacks. And, you know, I think that will be a good goal. I think that moving forward is pretty good. So I've actually had this idea that maybe I would start coming on the program and then making a box on the show. Or like while the show's happening.
Yeah.
Somehow, like maybe somehow I could still be talking, but like make a box and then like fill the box just as an activity. Because it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to build the box in the first place. And it takes about 15 minutes to find, maybe I'll get faster though. It takes about 15 minutes to find all the tapes, or maybe a little more than that. And so that's time that I'm spending outside of the program, but maybe I should just be doing it on the program, during the program, you know? Kind of thinking about that. The boxes that we're making are 8 inches by 15 inches by 8 1/4 inches.
Wow.
And they hold 32 tapes. Although the February box is actually a little bit different because it holds exactly 28 tapes.
Oh.
Hey.
You got a tape measure?
Yeah, I got a tape measure, an X-Acto blade, and a giant tape roller.
You have a retractable tape measure?
Yes, it's a retractable tape measure.
Is it work? Hey, Dan!
Hi.
Hey, the phones are working.
That's great.
Yeah, this is the first. You're the first call we've made with the phones.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've talked to anybody on the phone this whole time, even, or I guess I called like my grandmother because she has no internet too, texting. So, how are you, Dan?
I'm doing fine.
Good. It's been about 3 weeks.
I know.
Yeah, and basically it's for you. I mean, Dan, the phone are for the Doblers, like the two, you two, and Mr. Ginsu and Yellowfellow, I guess. But like, who else is calling the number?
My mother's doing fine.
Oh, good. Yeah, maybe I should take down. Yes.
She's calmed down.
Did she go to Hollywood?
No, she decided to stay.
That's good. Did she like because did she realize that she was contented, or what? Why did she?
She just has memories. She just has memories of Hollywood, of California. And she just has memories that they crop up once in a while.
Yeah, she remembers like the last time, like the first time she went there in like the 50s, and she, you know, had all that kind of bad stuff happen to her, and then she went again more recently, and it wasn't the best time, and so I was like, when I heard that she wanted to go back again, it's like, what about those other 2 times? And it sounds like she realized those.
She likes it here.
Good.
She likes it here.
I think it's better. Hollywood was horrible. I went there. We were there not too long ago.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling. I'll call you later.
All right. Thanks, Dan. Bye.
All right. The phones are working.
That's nice.
Wow.
And weird that we were. It's like today was the day that we were like sitting down. We're like, we're gonna do this thing. We're finally gonna do it. So
we gotta. It's like, how hard is it to fix the internet? We just haven't even spent any time to do it yet. Today is the day we're gonna spend time fixing the internet, and it's already fixed.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
It's like I bought a thing today too.
You did?
Yeah.
What kind of thing did you buy?
I bought an Ethernet cable for $1.
Can you return it?
Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it in the bin of cables.
Do you keep the receipt?
It was from a thrift store, so whatever.
Yeah.
It was only $1.
We'll hang it on the wall, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
I know
good.
you like return stuff to thrift stores. You just like return anything and just be like, I bought this here.
Yeah.
They're like, this is stuff from your home. You're supposed to donate this stuff. They're like, I'm not donating it. I'm returning it for money.
Yeah, give me money back.
There should be like a trade.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, barter system thrift shop.
Yeah.
That sounds good. You know, oh man, I don't want anyone to steal this idea, but we talked about maybe like starting the daily hour thrift shop. I think the thrift shop would be good, and then there would be like a side room, like a side business maybe for the thrift shop that would be just called like the anger room, and you would like destroy things.
Oh.
It's like you pay money to go in there for like and destroy stuff.
Yeah,
It's
sign
like,
a waiver.
yeah, you sign a waiver, and then you like maybe I don't know, you just pay and you can like go hit stuff with a baseball bat or like cameras or something for angry people who need to vent their anger in like a safe, constructive way. That's a side thing. You know, there's a lot of stuff at thrift stores that you can never sell, and if it doesn't sell for like 6 months, maybe it's time for it to just be completely destroyed. You know, like pounded into dust.
Yeah.
I don't think I would need that. I don't really have a lot of pent-up anger, but I was talking to somebody who was they were feeling a little angry and wanted to break
destroy something?
things. And
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's okay to destroy things, but maybe they should work out their feelings. Like,
yeah,
with
maybe.
words.
Yeah, with words. What if there's no, yeah, I don't know. It's true. It could be, there's a lot of different ways to deal with feelings.
Internal reflection.
Yeah.
I find is good for anger. Hey, future.
Whoa, the phones are working.
It's a weird feeling. Freddy's here.
Hey, program. We were going to work on the...
Dan Dobler's calling us right now.
Dan Dobler is going to leave a message to the future. What's he going to say?
Well,
You didn't miss it?
answer.
Missed
Bye. Wow. Oh, it's like I'm having like a butterflies.
Oh, really?
From the phones coming back, I'm like, oh, it's like, I'm just like, I've been without the phones. It's like, I feel like I've been in the woods, and like I haven't been like talking to people. I've been in my own like a little camp where and just saying my own things, and now, it's like, whoa, people. It's like as if I've been like walking around in my own mind this whole time for the last 20 days or so.
Have you heard about that guy in Maine who somehow managed to survive in the woods by himself for years and years and years and years? Did you hear about that?
No.
There's a guy in Maine who, well, he did that, and then...
On purpose?
Yeah, he was like hermiting in the woods, and he was stealing... They found him only because he was like stealing supplies from the people, but he would steal like...
Oh, this was like a long time ago?
No, I mean, not
Hey,
as long as
Dan.
you'd think.
I've been watching your program.
Oh, yeah? How?
Yeah, I've been watching it at night.
Oh, yeah? On TV? On TCTV?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Somebody's watching it. I was like just questioning whether or not people were.
Yeah, I've been watching it.
What do you think?
Well, people haven't been calling in because they haven't been able to. People haven't been calling in and you haven't been talking to people because you haven't been able to. But now that it's back, now that it's back, it's going to be even better.
Yeah, it's going to be a totally different experience, Dan, because maybe you've been only watching it in the last 10 days or so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the phones are back, and now I think it's going to be greater than ever, because which is I don't know if I like that. I try to keep things on a level plane, so maybe we should try to go back and not be as great.
I don't think that you can... This is sort of like evolution or something. You can't say something is better or not better, but it's forever changed by these 2 weeks or 3 weeks of no phones.
Yeah.
I'm here, Dan. I'm here on the program. I'm on the couch. I'm on the phones.
Well, I didn't know that.
No? I hardly knew it myself, but here I am.
I talked with you earlier.
I know, it's pretty exciting. I told you earlier, we were going to try to fix the phones today, remember?
We did it.
Yeah.
We fixed them. You want to call me later?
Can I call you? I'd like to see you again.
Okay, well, we can probably work that out. We'll work that out on the not on the program, but let's make it happen.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, Dan. Here's a couple of days. We don't have that much time left. We're not even going to look at last year.
Wednesday.
We're going to be looking at... I've been really, not even, saying weird things or doing weird things.
You have or haven't been?
I have been.
Oh.
It's been more loose without the phones just because, I'm trying to fill it up. So I'm, saying, more things that I like it. Now it's, back. Because before when the phones...
Can you hold on to that, do you think? Can you hold on to that with the phones?
Yeah.
You're going to, keep
Well,
it.
it's before when the phones weren't happening, it was what are we even going to do? Which I ended up doing something at least.
Oh, I wish for things. Wishes don't fall into
Well, we can look at this.
Are you
one
wishing
time.
for things?
Especially on the holidays when you're trying to be
The holidays, if you're trying to...
loathing or something.
Oh,
Valentine's Day
Valentine's Day.
it's sadder because if you don't have a relationship, it's more your fault than if you don't have a family, on Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, but it's also nice that it's a non-family holiday. I was thinking about that too.
I did this yesterday, so maybe it's a good sign. It's the final one of those without the phones. I did 2 of those.
You did the whole hour? No
Yeah, yesterday I did 2.
They were both on Thursdays too. Did you know that?
I did realize that, but I think it might be the last one unless the phones go out.
Hey, future.
Hey.
Whoa, the phones are working.
Yeah, wow, amazing.
It's a weird feeling.
So we're out of that cave of Trika Mondangos.
right now. Dan Dobler is going to leave a message to the future. What's he going to say?
He's not.
You didn't miss it?
Answer.
Missed
Bye. All right.
it. Let's get time to watch the credits. Thanks for having me on the program today, Rick.
Thank you. My pleasure.
I'm glad we fixed the phones. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We managed to do it.
It's Friday, the episode 2087. Maybe we should go alphanumeric, and then everything looks like codes.
So it'd be like
A, B, C, D.
A is
10.
1,
Yeah,
B is 2.
360-364. Call, leave a message.
Or 208 Dog Doug.
Yeah. Oh, good. Go phone. Phone alphanumeric. 109 State Avenue, number 3. Check it out. Zeros should have letters
Yes.
on the phones.
Yes.
Graham, it's a good song. Thank you. Create our own alphanumeric code. TCTV, The Baby, Jordy, Fabulous, Graham, Stop.com, Uplifter, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. And viewers, it's you're watching. Thank you.
You're watching. Look at that guy. Oh,
Hell yeah, dog.
he's leaning against the tree. Really charismatic.
Bye.